Okay, so here are the results for the check-in. Let's see how you did. Let's first of all start with the first question. So here was the reaction. We've got sodium, so heat and sodium and water in equilibrium with sodium ions and hydroxide ions and hydrogen gas. And the first question was, if the concentration of OH minus is increased, which direction will the equilibrium shift? Of course, the OH minus is on the right side, the product side of this reaction. So if you increased its concentration, we'd see a shift to the opposite side. So the correct answer was left. I'll leave that up there so you can read it, but that's essentially what I just said. Okay, question number 2. If the concentration of Na plus is decreased, what will be observed about the reaction? So Na plus is on the right side. So if I decrease its concentration, we're going to see the reaction shift to that side of the reaction. So it's going to shift to the right. So if it shifts to the right, that means we're going to use up some of these reactants and we're going to make some more of these products because it's shifting in that direction. Therefore, the mass of sodium would start decreasing and the amount of hydrogen gas would increase. Therefore, we'd see a decrease in the mass of sodium and an increase in bubbling because H2 is a gas. Hopefully you thought about that. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So, here we go. Question number 3. If a solution of iron 3 nitrate was added to the equilibrium, what will be observed about the reaction? So hopefully you identified that iron 3 nitrate is an ionic substance, right? A metal and a nonmetal. So the iron 3 nitrate, will dissociate in solution into Fe plus 3s and NO3 minuses. I hope you've noted that NO3 minus does not form any solid compounds with anything on in the chemistry that we're looking at. So we wouldn't see it react with anything inside this equilibrium. However, the iron plus 3, we're looking for an ion that could react with iron plus 3. Well, 2 positives aren't going to react, but this hydroxide, -1, could react with iron plus 3. If you look on your solubility chart, hydroxides are insoluble with most, and iron is not one of the exceptions. So we would actually see a decrease in concentration of OH minus. Therefore, we'd see it shift to that same side of the reaction, which would use up some of the sodium and produce some of the hydrogen. So again, the mass of sodium would decrease and that we'd see a little bit more bubbling in the reaction. And then again, here's a little written explanation. If you need to pause the video to read that, go right ahead. And then lastly, number 4, if the reaction was heated, what we see? Well, heat is here on the left, and if you heat something up, we're going to see it shift to the opposite side. So we'd see a shift to the right, and we'd see more hydrogen gas being created as a result, which is exactly what I said. So there's your answers to the check-in. If you have questions, certainly send me an email so that I can help you out. Otherwise, hopefully things went well. Good luck on the rest of your equilibrium studies.